Hello, I am Peaches and your host of On Location TV. Dreams can become a reality. That's if you are willing to step out on faith and listen to your heart. My guest today did just that and more. My guest today is Jennifer Cole, and she is here today to give us an update on her journey from Mississippi to the Big Apple, New York City. We're going to take a break and we'll be back with the rest of the show. We're back, and again, you watch it on Location TV with my guest today. Let me do that. Jennifer Cole.
Hi, Phyllis.
Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house.
Glad to be in your house again.
Now, you are Mississippi, but now you're New York, the Big Apple. I don't know which one to call you.
Always be Mississippi.
Always Mississippi. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to talk about your journey from Mississippi to the Big Apple. And I know you got lots to tell us.
Oh, yeah.
But before we get into the Big Apple, because I got to hear all about that, and we want to share that story of, making your dreams happen. That's what this is all about. But just give us a little bit of information about Jennifer Cole. Who is she?
Jennifer Cole is your newest designer.
Okay.
But originally from Jackson, Mississippi, of course. Everybody here knows me from my store I had here, Jen's Bridal, Jen's Alterations, and then the last store was New Beginnings Bridal and Alterations. Of course, everybody here know me for, I started off just doing alterations when I started my business off. Actually, I altered so many wedding gowns during the summer season until I decided to sell it. So that's what got me into the bridal. So
how many years were you in that
for
business?
13 years.
13 years. That's a long time.
13 years, yeah. So pretty much everybody in Jackson know me for alterations.
Right.
And as far as the bridal, when I expanded, I actually didn't realize that I was the first black owned bridal store here in Jackson.
Okay.
Well, in the state of Mississippi, really.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, while you were here, you attended and did a lot of fashion shows and things of that nature. And I think you kind of had the bug at that time of being a designer. But you were not overwhelmed, but you couldn't concentrate on that and operating a day-to-day business.
Actually, my main thing was I have two sons, and the thing, I couldn't go to New York with them still in, school, so they're both graduated now and in college, and I decided to do me.
You just decided once you got them, once they... The last one switched that tassel over and graduated and said,
it was time for me to go.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing. You waited until you got them settled in college right now, as I understand it, both of them. And,
the oldest one is, he actually went to school at Hines and graduated, so he's in Baton Rouge in Louisiana at Southern, working on his bachelor's, and the youngest one is at Hines.
Okay.
And he's taking up business, so we're all in school for 2 years at the same time. So
it's a whole bunch of schooling going on.
Yeah, so eventually, after their 2 years, they'll come to New York, where I am.
Okay. Now let's roll this back just a little bit and kind of get some details as to. I know you had this thought, but how many years did you have this thought? How
Since
long
I was 12 years old.
Really?
So it's not something that just came about. It's just that I was so busy with, I started sewing when I was 12 years old. So my mom always sewed. So actually, I thank God for her, and my gift in sewing, came through her. So what I'm doing now is actually living her dream, something that she wanted to do all her life, but she couldn't because it was 7 of us. And she just didn't have the finances, so.
And she was making sure that home was taken care of and getting you all raised and all of that.
Yep, so, and actually my mom does a radio show in Prentice, Mississippi every Sunday morning.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and It's a gospel show that she speaks on every Sunday. So she talks about me all the time on the show. Everybody tells me because she's proud, and you know this is always what she wanted to do.
Okay, now let's move on a little bit further, because I know when you told me about it, we're friends, and when you shared that information with me that you
were shocked.
I was like, what? Not going to visit,
right?
But to sell the shop, your home, everything.
Yep, I did.
So I don't know. I was excited for you, because that was something that when anybody said that they want to, you know, make another move, I was excited. But then, of course, my heart was like, oh, Jen is leaving. But I know that there were some other negative spirits that were around you at that time that was like, oh, Jen, are you really going to do that? Why would you do that? Yeah. What do you say to that? The people that didn't encourage you, didn't give you the...
Well, everybody was like, Jen, why are you going to do that? You got it made here in Jackson, but they wasn't looking at the financial side of it. I'm here. I have to work extra hard.
Right.
Just to make ends meet. So running the business, raising 2 boys, it's just the same as I had 2 houses, 2 light bills, 2 water bills, everything, and then along with taking care of my boys. So after they were grown, okay, the last 2 years I was like, okay, I don't have to do this no more.
Okay, so you were preparing mentally for that.
Yeah, I was getting a little tired of the business with the brides, because brides can be real crazy. So, and then I'll say here, I went as far as I could as far as designing.
Right.
The easiest way for me to get my designs out, I have my design label, which is Jen Code Designs.
Okay.
Which hopefully will be in stores next year.
Oh, okay.
Yep, it's what I'm working on. Also, I have, I have my line. I have a website online where people can go and buy.
Okay.
But it's just the frustration. Not so much the frustration, but I just didn't want that struggle anymore. I didn't want to be able to, have the business and the overhead and all of that.
It would have been hard to commit to a new dream if you still was holding on to a partial dream here.
Right.
Actually in a different state.
Right, and so actually I had people to offer to buy, which I would have sold the business as a whole, but I had my time frame of when I was leaving, so nobody came up with the money at that point in time, so I said, okay, I'm just going to shut it down.
And you did just that?
I did just that.
Okay.
And to tell you the truth, I never realized I was so busy doing it, even in the process when I was selling my house. I didn't think I would have to worry about the furniture because my sister in Memphis wanted everything.
Right.
Until the last 2 weeks. So I had to sell a house full of furniture in 1 week.
Right. Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember. I remember some
So I just started calling people that I knew might need something, and they knew what I was doing, so they started calling people, and I promise you in 4 days I sold a whole house full of furniture.
Right.
Yeah. And as far as the business, I didn't sell it, so I just packed everything up. Of course, you know that too because you helped me.
Right, yeah. I think I remember. I remember the whole story. It sounds so familiar.
Yeah.
A lot of sleepless nights.
I was sleepless nights and then coming to the shop and making me cry.
Yeah, we went through that too. Like I said, I was excited that you were getting ready to make that move, of course, anytime somebody that's close to me.
And people would ask me, well, what did your mom say? I said, she said, go. Because she knew, that was my dream. That's always been my dream.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think we are getting ready to end this segment, and we're just going to go to the, take a break and come back, and we want to talk about the school, because we didn't share that information. We're going to move on to the next level to find out the name of the school and just some other information about it.
Okay,
so we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
On Location TV, Sundays 8:30 p.m. and Tuesdays 7:30 p.m. on Comcast Cable Channel 18, Ped Network.